What's up, gamers? It's been a while since I've got to do this, so, it's Big Joey! And welcome to this year's Loadouts 2018. I was gonna hold this video off for a little while. I thought it'd maybe be better to make a couple more videos before releasing this year's. But something really cool went down last night. If you aren't already following me on my Twitter, something really cool went down with me, Soundsmith, and Monjour Sabs. And so I got really... I'll hold it for later. I'll let you guys see it for yourselves. Got a really cool offer for some of you too, so stay tuned for that. But anyways, so this is going to be this year's Loadouts 2018. I'll start with the Scout and go all the way to the end, and I'll try to make it not too long. So yeah, all of my loadouts are based mostly just around cosmetics. I don't really have loadouts for each, like, I don't have like, this is my attack one and this is my defense one and this is for this scenario. It's more so just like the cosmetics. So anyway, starting off. So this is like my samurai kind of ninja look for my A-Scout. You put it with the pretty machete and give it this taunt, and it really looks legit. I think I had this kind of like last year, but this is just a more updated version of it, and to me it looks a lot better. So I enjoyed that. Next, this is kind of a new one for me. This is like my Winter Soldier type look for the Scout. Nothing much really to say about this one other than it's just cool. Looks baggy. Looks right. Next one. This is like my Commando Scout. Really like this look as well. You can switch off the gloves with the jacket look. Let's see. Yeah, the flakjack. And it looks really cool. And yeah, it goes, the flakjack and the transparent goes really well with the Elf. But I know it can go with a couple other ones, but I like the Elf or the Elf or however you say it.
My name is Jeff.
Next one we got is my, like, high school, college Scout. I really like this one, because with my cosmetics, a lot of the times I like to give them, like, kind of the look that matches their character. And to me, I mean, the skateboard, the backwards hat, he's a loud, obnoxious, fast dude. I think this kind of goes with it pretty well. So, I like this loadout. Next we got the Soldier. So this is like my soldier slash, like my typical soldier slash like airstrike kind of class look. So right now it doesn't really look too much like airstrike, but if you put in the airstrike with the base jumper, there you go. That's kind of the look, kind of all greened out, and looks really cool when I use it all together in game. All right, next one we've got. This is like my general loadout, like literally like him to be a general. Using the fancy dress uniform and the Honcho's headgear. I think it really comes together. Next we've got, basically, I was gonna do the last one first and then this one. I know this doesn't make any sense in the order I just did in, but this is basically the Bucket Man. This is Bucket Man. He's the hero that TF2 deserves and needs and loves. And lastly, we have, this is like my Special Forces kind of soldier look. I think the Cuban Bristle Crisis with the ground control really comes in cool together. I could have made that black, but it just looked a little too dark for this loadout, so I really like how this one ended up. And by the way, this is the GOAT for soldier loadouts right now. Get the Veterans Attire if you don't already have it. It's not too expensive if you go on a community market. So next, we have probably one of my oldest loadouts ever. I don't think I had this last year, because I actually gave, like, pretty much this whole copy to my stepsister. But this is kind of like my Spanish, like, Undertaker, Western kind of look for the Pyro, and I really love it. You can alternate the Bone de Leer with the Coffin Kit, and it also looks really good. And I have a really cool idea in store for one of my oldest loadouts. But I'll keep that in mind for later, and you guys will know soon. So next, this is like my creepy clown look. When I put these two together, I already know it looked pretty good, but putting in the new eyes for the Pyro looks so creepy, and I love how it all blends. So I think I've used like the second style, yeah, the Stark Raving Mad, which that just all comes together to make this look. And it's hilarious to put it together with different cosmetics. Oh, thanks, Toon HUD. Yeah, Invisible Pony. Alright, cool. Alright, moving on. So this is like my Space Pyro, and my Space Pyro is basically like an old one I've had. I think I had a name for it, but I forgot. But sometimes it looks really cool in game. It'll look just like how you're seeing it now, and sometimes it won't. Like you'll see the legendary apparitions aspect come through. So, but I still love this one. It's still really cool to play with sometimes, especially in MVM when you get like all of jump enabled, like all the jump points to max, because then you can jump really high and it looks like you're in space. It's really cool. Whatever. Going on to D. So this is like, whenever that update dropped for the Pyro, this was like one of the loadouts that like everybody wanted. And when I put it together in Loadout TF, I was like, I gotta have that. So call me basic if you will. I think it looks really cool. I'm glad I got it. I may change it up later just because it's so not original. It's all like a set, but yeah, it does look really cool. I like it. Good job to Valve for putting that together. Or the community market. Oh, don't let me take that away if it's from community. All right, next. This is like my pirate demo man. I would use the sword for this one because it would honestly look way better and make way more sense. The only problem is they still have the Nessie's 9-iron being like hands down one of the best melees for demo. So I love this, and the look really comes together though, minus the 9-iron. Next we have kind of, oh my god, that was so aggressive. Did you see that? Just the way he started off. Okay, anyways, this is like my Assassin's Creed loadout kind of thing. Let me give him something else. Gosh, he's just ready to go. All right, this is like my Assassin's Creed kind of looking loadout for demo man. As far as his character goes, this doesn't make the most sense, but it is really cool looking, I gotta admit. And I've had this one for like probably a couple months now. I just really liked it when I put it together and I kept it ever since. This is one I'm really happy with lately. This is my Django set. I just actually crafted that, which was awesome. I just had a ton of items I didn't need, crafted a couple things, and bam, got that hat, got this whole look together. So I was really happy with it. And this is usually the one you'll always see me play with from now on. This one or this one. This is my samurai set. I had this last year, but with a Sunbeams one. So yeah, I sold the Sunbeams one. It helped me get a lot of money, helped me with my house. But I really loved the look when I had it, so I didn't want to give it up for good. So I put it back together, and this just looks so cool in my opinion. Love this loadout for demo. So next, this is kind of the big news. And I'll let you know the story behind this one. If you haven't followed me on Twitter, this is going to be a surprise for you guys. So, last night, I unboxed my second strange, unusual Brotherhood of Arms. This time, it's Miami Nights. Yeah, I couldn't quite believe it either, and I'll tell you the quick story of it. Basically, me, Soundsmith, and his girlfriend, Sabs, were all playing MVM. We all decided to play MVM. And I didn't have a ticket, so I asked him if I could borrow a ticket. He gave me one, kind act of just $1, right? At the end of the MVM game, I got an Aussie SMG. Probably one of the worst Aussies you can get out of that. So it's like kind of bad luck, kind of good luck. Right, well I took that and a few other items, I sold them, and I bought about 8 boxes. And in those 8 boxes, I got a, was it Aces High? I think it was Aces High Law, which if you're not familiar with the Law, it looks like, well, if I find it, looks like this hat right here, right? I got that, and I sold that because I didn't really want it. And I bought about 25 more boxes, 25, 27, somewhere around there. And in those boxes, I got this. So, yeah, blew my mind. My offer for this is, I am looking to trade it. It's not the coolest unusual I have. But, well, actually, it probably is, to be honest with you. But I am looking to trade it. It doesn't go quite what I'm looking for. So, one thing I know that I'd be looking for, totally, is this Pyro loadout right here. This one. I've always wanted something with, like, skulls or, like, dark clouds above it. I've always thought that'd be pretty cool. Or I used to like the flaming look of, like, Hellfire. That might be a little bit way more over that price. But if any of you know somebody that's got something like that, that'd be willing to trade, let me know. But I'm also up to other trade offers if you guys want. So hit me up. Let me know. This is, again, a one of one. Only one in the world right now. It is pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. It is pretty cool. So, yeah. But I'll keep this for at least a month. Maybe it'll grow on me. Maybe I'll get a good trade offer, and we'll see what happens. Anyways, moving on. So next, this is like my super metal heavy. I use this sometimes to just terrify people in game. Actually, I just recently used it, and I've used it a little bit in the past now to not be noticed in game. Because like if I'm being focused, obviously I use the name Big Joey a lot, even when I'm just playing in game. I can switch to this loadout and hopefully not be focused so much. It would help if I stopped using Zeus's acrimony, but you know, whatever. Next one, this is one I just got. I just crafted this large luchador, and I think this heavyweight, I thought I crafted this too, actually. Maybe I didn't. But yeah, I've always wanted to put this look together, and I finally got it. So I'm happy with that. And news about it in the future, me and Bearded Expense might actually be having a boxing match in the future. So yeah, all cards on the table, fighting for the belt, baby. He ain't taking it from me. You know, Big Joey. Next, we have the man himself, Big Joey, the Big Joey loadout. So yeah, if you notice, I kind of haven't been using the shorts all the time lately. I kind of switch. I kind of interchange now. I will use the combat slacks, or I'll go back to the booty shorts. Whichever I'm feeling. You know, if I want to go with more of the old school type look, I'll go with this. And if I'm feeling like I kind of want to be more serious, or just at least more serious looking, I'll go with this loadout. And if I haven't already told you guys, I do like using the Holiday Punch a lot more recently than just the Fist of Steel. I did just use the Fist of Steel, actually, in one of the last games I played. It did me really well. But the Holiday Punch is great for stopping Ubers. I freaking love it. I love shutting down other heavy mains with this. It is hilarious. They typically always have something back to say to me. And it's just funny to watch happen. So next are my NG loadouts. I put this one on Twitter a while back, because I love this loadout when I put it together when these new cosmetics dropped. This is basically like the car mechanic / pedophile type look that I put together. I made the joke that this is like the car mechanic who would, like, when you go to get your car fixed, he would also hit on your sister, and he'd probably hit on his own sister. So yeah, but I think this loadout's really funny. Next is like my super robotic NG loadout. It looks kind of weird on you guys' screen probably, because I do use TuneHUD, and TuneHUD does some funny things to some of the graphics, but I love it. I love the kind of bionic chrome look that it gives. And yeah, he's just super robotic looking. It's awesome. Next I have my Einstein loadout. Nothing big to say about this one. Obviously, you guys have probably seen this before. It just looks really cool with the engineer. It goes really well with his character. And last, I have kind of like, I don't know, a Minions-looking loadout. Just this, like, cute suit zipped all the way up to the nose with then this tin hat, red eyes. And you gotta put the little teddy there. You gotta put the little teddy there. Yeah, I like that. Alright, next, medics. So, probably my least played class, but I have some of my coolest cosmetic combinations here with the medic for whenever I do play him. So this is like my Invisible Man cosmetic. If you guys have ever heard of the Invisible Man book. This kind of goes with it, and I mean, I know you can obviously see him here, but I don't know, I just think this looks really cool. And I realize that there is a cosmetic, there's a Halloween cosmetic for that, but I don't use a lot of Halloween cosmetics, so for all year round, this is kind of a look that I can rock. I think it looks really cool. Next, this is like my, I don't know, like, evil priest type look. I just threw this together with the Grim hat, and I thought it looks really cool. And the Grim hat I actually had kind of ready for another look, which is this. So this is like, I don't know, like a Vampire Slayer looking medic combination I threw together once the new Scourge of the Sky came out. And this looks really cool to me too. This is kind of like almost an Undertaker mixed with like Vampire Hunter, mixed with like High Priest type look. And I really like it. Crossbow with it looks really cool. And last, we have, this is like a Pyro looking medic. I think I stole this idea semi from Teal Opal. I saw this before he took his Loadouts video down. I really liked it. I love the way it looked. So figured I had to throw it together for myself. Next on to the sniper. Oh, started off with the wrong one. I guess I'll go back. So this is kind of like this cowboy loadout that I put together. This has not been in my loadouts for more than probably a day. But I got the Lone Star, which I knew Teku had in one of our videos together. I think it was like advanced melee strats. Yeah. This was one of the loadouts he had when he got hit out of the window. And putting that together with the snow sleeves I thought looked really cool. Going on to A. This is like the man's man kind of look, like he eats beef jerky, and that beef jerky is also the jerky that he's got for himself because he hunts and gets his own food. He kills animals, and wow, that just sounded really dark. You know what I'm saying? Man's man. He's great. He's great. Moving on to B. This is like the edgy, really edgy sniper loadout. He's got the tattoos. He's got the bracelets. He's got the stitch look up the side. This is like, if you get shot by this guy in game, you're just like, oh gosh, it's this guy. It's this guy, and then he might spam his binds or something. But I just love the look of it. I think it looks really cool personally, even if it is really edgy looking. So I kept it. And see, this is like the most Australian looking loadout I could put together. You've got a crocodile style hat, you've got some tattoos, and you've got like this gold, like the gold necklace, not so much, but like the kind of like opened up shirt with like chest hair coming out. Yeah. I love the way it looks all together. You could even change that out and put like the huntsman. Oh, by the way, and thank you to one of my subscribers for donating me this specialized killstreak shooting star. It is really cool, and I just recently used it. Switching that back quick. All right, and now, last but not least, we have the Spy. So the No Mercy is a really cool cosmetic, right? And I couldn't figure out what to put it with, but you slap the legendary lid on there, and bam, you've got yourself a samurai-style loadout. You don't even have to use the Rogue's Robe. I mean, to me, that's what it goes best with. But honestly, throw that together with Assassin's Attire. I mean, gosh, look at that, actually. That's really cool. Throw that together with the Dead of Night. All those kind of looks work. I wouldn't do white Dead of Night, but yeah. So I'll just change that back real quick. Going to B. This is the loadout I think I had last year. I've always loved this combination. The Bloodhound and the Dapper Disguise. I think those are both hats. You had to play that gambling game they made a while back that have TF2 characters in it. But it's one of the coolest looking loadouts to put together for the Spy, in my opinion. And you throw together the Made Man with that, or some sort of cool coat, and it looks so good. Next, we've got kind of like my Assassin's Creed loadout for Spy. I had this last year as well. Haven't changed a thing about this. I still love this. I still think it's really cool in game. I kind of wish he had a better cosmetic that goes with this, because the Rogue's Robe itself doesn't look quite right with this one. If I recall, let's see. Yeah, like, it's okay, but I don't know. And I'd rather be creepy and have the snake on there. Snake looks pretty cool on the side there, just. And lastly, going on to one of my favorite loadouts. I created this and showed it to a few people, and they were like, Joe, you've got to make that. And so here it is. Unfortunately, I can't find any really cool unusuals to go with it, but check this out. So what you do is you get a Deadhead, you paint it team color, and or team paint, whatever it's called. You throw a big topper on there, and you throw the new Assassin's Attire on there, and it just makes like this really cool, like, mafioso type. I don't know. To be honest with you, when I put this together, it kind of reminded me of him. You remember him from the Powerpuff Girls? That devil-looking that dude that always goes like, oh! I'll be back! So yeah, that's basically what I based this off of. But yeah, that's basically it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this year's Loadouts 2018. I know it wasn't crazy with unusuals and Aussies like last year, but I still think I put together some pretty cool combinations. I hope you guys liked. I hope you guys maybe take some ideas from that and make some great ideas of your own. And while I've got your attention here, by the way, feel free to join my Discord. I will post that in my description. It's getting pretty big, and I'm loving talking to you guys and getting ideas and playing a couple games here and there. And so yeah, but that about wraps up this video, guys. And until next time, this was Big Joey. Later.